Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. If I sound a little defeated, I kind of feel that way right now. I don't do incredibly stupid things very often, but today I did something really stupid. I'm sure it was just a silly mistake, but it felt enormous to me. I got in a car accident today. Nothing big, nothing big. No one was injured. No one was totaled, but it was my fault. And I just feel like an absolute moron. Today is the 23rd of June. It just happened like an hour ago. I'm still kind of shaken up right now, but I've been able to swallow just recently. My mouth was so dry out of anxiety and stress and fear because it's my fault. It was my fault. I'm just kind of coming to terms with it, that it's happened. I'm powerless over what's happened from here on, so I'm able to like not let it devour me, but I'm still upset. It's only an hour ago, and I'm kind of upset. So what had happened? I was at a Goodwill, went to my home group, went to a Goodwill down in Eastern before. I've been there dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Leaving, you can go straight ahead to get onto Eastern, or you can swerve to the right. There's a little lane that curves off to the right hand side that allows you to merge into traffic. And I waited and I waited and I waited because the traffic was nonstop. And then there was a break in the traffic in the turning lane that I was going to be turning into. So I started to take that turn, and as I was turning into it, this brand new red Tesla was coming into that lane. Now, it's there completely within their rights to turn into that lane, but they came into that lane as I was moving into it, so I hit their car. It's my fault. I mean, they were merging into it, and I thought I was clear, but I just right in the passenger side. They're brand new red Tesla, not a truck or anything, one of those, just a regular Tesla, but there's white paint scraped along from the entire passenger door and into a little bit past it. My driver's side headlight is kind of pushed in a little bit, and there's a little scratching and denting into the I don't know what it's called, cowling or something. I don't know. Nothing devastating, but I've never been in an accident before. I didn't have my insurance card on me. And no, I know somebody out there right now is already typing, "You shouldn't be filming while you're driving." I wasn't. I was looking at traffic. I was not filming nothing. So yeah, no, please. I know that I've received a card from GEICO. I know they've mailed me a physical insurance card. I just don't know where it was. I had my license. I had my registration. We exchanged information, the driver and I. They were very calm. I would not have been, because it was a very expensive car. So I was able to finally get to the GEICO app and pull up a virtual, digital card to give them that information. We text each other information, and so now I just have to literally I'm going to use the phone app and just hit, file a claim and move from there. I've never been in this situation before. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen to my insurance rate. My God, it just went up. It was $260 something, and then last month it went up to $312. No accidents. 56 years old, male. I don't know why it was so expensive, but I'm sure it's going to go up from here. I'm sure it's going to go up from here. So, I'm a little upset. I'm going to save this content. I'm not really going to mention it until I get some traction on this and find out what's going on. Also finish processing it in my head. I just can't believe it's one of the few stupid things I've done. And I don't even know if I'm beating myself up too much. I mean, it was just a very natural accident. As I'm looking at it, as it's happening, they just moved into that lane perfectly innocent. I was taking that right, perfectly innocent, and we just happened to meet up. So it's not like I wasn't really that stupid. It was just really bad timing. So I'm trying to be a little kind to myself. The couple was very frustrated at first. No one was hurt because we weren't really moving fast at all. But they were just upset I hit them. After we exchanged information, I just told them I am from the bottom of my soul very sorry. I can't imagine what this is like. I there is something called perceived value, and you have a very nice car, and I just ruined it. So I'm sure you're very upset with me. I just cannot express how sorry I am. And that honestly, I gotta tell you, my obvious humility and my honest, sincere apology seemed to make a big difference in terms of how we left the situation, because I'm sure if there were fingers pointing and shouting, it would have been a different story entirely. But the only silver lining I can possibly pull, because I have to look for one, is that it happened. I had insurance, and that I didn't react viscerally as I know I would have in the past. It happened. I had the information I needed to exchange with them. I behaved like an adult because, and I say this because when I do something stupid or make a mistake, especially one that people around are aware of, I get upset and suddenly I find fault. And I think I've told you this before. I suddenly find fault in everyone around me just to kind of distribute the blame around so I don't look like the bad guy, But admitting and understanding that I'm the one that made the mistake was really helpful in this situation in terms of not letting it escalate when it could have really been, because there was lots of emotions happening at that exact moment. The driver, the woman who was driving, I forget her name. She says, "Oh, I have a dashboard cam." I'm like, "Great, fine," because I wasn't doing anything wrong. I am at perfect ease with the fact that she has that camera. All the camera's going to see is me doing this, looking, and boom. So talking to you, as always, just talking about this out loud has already seemed to help me calm down a little bit. Plus, just looking at the pictures gives me agita. I mean, so I have an appointment I set up with a car repair place through the GEICO app. It's not that far from the house, so I can get home tomorrow fairly easily after dropping the car off. The app suggested that the car repair place is probably going to want to keep the car for a little bit to determine what needs to be done and make an estimate and all that stuff. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I've got a work trip the next day. So the day after tomorrow, I've got to be at the airport at 5 a.m. So I'll be taking an Uber to work and then home afterwards. It's only a 3-day trip, so hopefully that gives them enough time to do whatever they have to do or figure something else out. I'm back home at 12:30 in the afternoon on day 3. So hopefully this is enough time for them to take care of something, or and hopefully it's quick, and hopefully they can keep the car for those 3 days. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, this is whatever. Thank goodness the damage isn't extraordinary. It wasn't like anything is being totaled. It's just bad on their part. And no one was hurt, that I'm insured. And yeah. All right. So I will see you again tomorrow morning. Hey guys, how are ya? So I'm on the way to the collision repair shop. It's really not that far from the house. I'm so anxious. When I filed my claim, the app asked if I wanted a rental car through Enterprise for the time that my car will be worked on. I said no, because I really don't need a rental. I live practically downtown Las Vegas. I can get an Uber to work and back easily enough. And there's nothing I have to do to leave the house outside of work. So I'm just gonna trust that it won't take very long to fix my car, because the damage isn't enormous. So I have about 20 minutes before my appointment. And hi, how are you? This is amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
We normally have a better vegetable section.
All right, well,
we just
it's just impressive. So I know it looks like I'm in a grocery store, but I'm at a what's called a Terribles, Mrs. Terribles. It looks like a combination of a Publix, a 7-Eleven, and I don't know. It's crazy. Look at this place. My lenses my camera is filthy, but it's like there's booze, there's food, there's restaurants. It's crazy. Like Wawa. It's like a Wawa and a Publix had a baby, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I came in to get a bottle of water and hopefully grab a snack or something. But right now, between my anxiety and my hunger, I am not even be able to focus on anything right now. So next time I see you, I will hopefully have some information, or at least an idea of the timing of this. Oh, donut. I'll get a donut. I need a donut. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, hi. So what will I do for content for my YouTube channel, right? Oh my God, this was not intentional, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I'm at Caliber Collision. I'm not going to say which one, because it's not too far from my house, and I don't want stalkers. But I'm at Caliber Collision, and so far I've only met the receptionist, but she was very nice and very calming, so I'm feeling a little less stressed. But still, I want to throw up. Yeah, so there's like 5 or 6 locations here in Vegas. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for the consultant, and then we'll go from there. All right, we'll see when I find out something. All right, so I just dropped off the car at what's it called, Caliber Collision. They have 12 locations in Las Vegas, so there must be a lot of collisions. All right, so I'm not feeling as stupid as I was before. The receptionist was lovely. The young man that came out to give me a consultation was very professional, very young, very professional. He took a marker and he marked the areas that obviously needed repairs, and then he went around and marked anything that was potential that was there previous to the accident, so they weren't going to add that on to the claim or anything, I guess. And just asked me some basic questions. I told him I'm away for work tomorrow. He didn't laugh, but he definitely smiled a little bit, which let me know it's going to take more than 3 days. But I have this trip, and then I think I have another 3-day. A day after this trip coming up. So I'm away for a little bit. I asked if it would be a problem if they let me know the car was done and I couldn't get back for a day or two, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. He's going to give me a text later on today to give me an approximate completion date. So there we are. I brought this hat with me because I'm sure that S means something regarding a sports team. I have no idea, but it's an S, and I'm Steven. So I got this hat. I took it with me so I could walk home and not get sun on my head. Got a bottle of water. I'm about a mile away from the house, so I'm going to walk home, and then because an Uber would be silly for that short a walk. And I will let you know when I find out anything later on today with that text. See you soon. I Googled the hat. Seattle Mariners. Who knew? Hey guys, hi. So I stopped into Wendy's real quick on the way home. I do not know how homeless people do it here in Las Vegas, because I just had to walk maybe a mile and a half in the sun, in the heat, and it's not even that hot. It's probably like 98 degrees right now. I had a bottle of water, and I stopped in Wendy's on the way home because I was starving, and I'm waiting to place an order, and this guy in a wheelchair was he had a couple singles in his hand, and he was trying to find out how much he could buy for how much money he had, and he kept apologizing to everyone around him because he was holding up the line, but he wasn't. The guy working behind the counter was super slow. So I don't know how much money he had, but it just looked like a few singles. And the guy said he could get one of these like $5 meals with the nuggets and the little sandwich and a small drink or something. And so he's passing the money to the guy, and I had my wallet in my hand, so I just went over and I kind of just said, excuse me, I'm sorry, can I just do this? And I just tapped my card, and it was $5.60. It wasn't a lot of money, but the guy was like, oh my God, bless you, bless you, bless you. He's getting really emotional over it, and I was just trying to be a nice guy, and then I step over to have to sit down, and he's with an older woman with a little tiny dog that's hair was so matted that I wanted to, I don't know, cut scissors, because the dog couldn't see. It had hair clumped in its face. But he was giving the food to her. He wasn't even trying to buy food for himself. He was giving it to this older lady with the dog. And just another reminder of how blessed I am, and how stressful this car thing has been when I could be homeless or depending on strangers to hopefully pay for my meal at Wendy's. So I'm being brought right back to being remembering how grateful I am for what I have, because I just have to walk a little bit further and I'll be home all day with my cats. I'm going to charge my work device, and then make sure I can pack up what food I have for tomorrow. I think I'm going to Charlotte. I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm going to Charlotte, but that's it. So I'm going to wait for the text or an email or something from the collision repair shop, and I will let you know what they expect. All right, I will see you soon. Remember to be grateful, because it's so easy to forget to be grateful. It's really so hard. It's so easy to forget to be generous and kind when you're just so busy on your way. To do something so small and to be given such a gift of gratitude. Yeah, don't forget. See you later. It's about 6:10 in the evening. I left the house. I haven't heard from the maintenance folks. They said they were going to text me today to give me an idea of how long this is going to take. I haven't heard from them, so I decided to walk down just out of curiosity, because I'm not that far away. And look what they're doing so far to the car. Yeah, crazy, right? No, but really, it is 6:10, and they did say they were going to get back to me today. So I'm sure they're open for a few more hours. I will be asleep. I'll be deep asleep, hopefully, when they finally message me, because I have to wake up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning to jump in at 4 a.m. Uber to get to work for 5 o'clock. So, yeah, that's it. So no word yet. I just stopped off at a Mexican grocery that's not too far from the house. It's not the best option. Their food selection is small and unusual. But I did manage to buy a couple things to take with me for my trip to supplement what I have. So the next time I see you, well, hopefully I'll have some news. Cross your fingers. Hey guys, how are you? Good morning. It's about 9:15. I got a text message yesterday from my collision repair place to let me know that my car was done, it's fantastic. It's the 2nd of July. Their estimate was that it would be finished by the 8th. So I'm super excited. So I'm on the way to pick it up. I was going to take a bus to get my car, but we had a windstorm yesterday that was terrifying. I am very surprised that my power didn't go out because about 20,000 people here in Vegas are without power. The storm was really bad. You can see a downed pole right there, and there are construction crews working on downed lines here. And look at that speed limit sign. See how bent it is? It's literally bent. Yeah, the storm was really, really bad. In fact, I'm going to cross over. They've blocked this whole street off so I can walk in the middle of it. I just want to avoid those down lines. But yeah, my car is ready. I was going to take the bus to get there, but I'm walking apparently. Yeah, so super, super excited. That means I can actually get to the airport tomorrow on my own steam rather than taking a very expensive Uber to the airport. So let's go get my car. Oh, so happy. There's more damage. Hey guys, look at me. I'm in my car, but I wanted to show you what my car looked like and why I am so excited. All right, so let me show you where my car has been repaired. So there's my baby. So I had never been in an accident before. I've never had a car repaired. I've never had a car repainted or anything. So my anxiety was that this is going to look like spray paint. My anxiety was like, oh, it's going to be completely different than the factory paint versus what they put on. They painted this whole front panel here. And I'll tell you, it's exact. It's an exact match to this. I have no idea how they did that, unless they got the paint from Honda. I don't know how they did this. I am blown away. They replaced this plastic cowling thing here. This was not, the headlight wasn't scratched or damaged at all. I'm so grateful for that. But this was all buckled. This was all like kind of bumped out because this is attached to this, and this was pushed in, so this pushed out. And look, it looks, honestly, it looks better. It looks better than it did when it came out of the dealership. I am, like, I can't even tell you how happy I am right now. I'm beyond, it's beyond words. I'm so relieved. And then what? Then watch, look at this. My beard is a mess. Look at this. So they detailed the entire inside of the car, everything. And there were like McDonald's and Wendy's crumbs. There was dust everywhere. Because I really don't care about the inside of my car too much. But they detailed the entire thing. And all of the things I have thrifted over the past few months that were in the car, they took everything out of the car and then cleaned everything and then put it back in the car more organized and more orderly than I did when I put it in the car. I mean, I am incredibly impressed. Now, I've never had an experience with a collision kind of place like this, but I mean, they did such a perfect job in repairing this. I kind of want to cry a little bit. I'm so excited. I'm like hyper, but I haven't eaten and I haven't had any coffee, so maybe that's part of it. But the other thing I wanted to say was regarding my car insurance. I'm with GEICO. I've been with them for as long as I've had my cars. My insurance rate was $160 a month. I thought that's reasonable. Then it went up to like $200, and then it went up to $260 the year later, and then just recently it was $300 for a Honda HR-V, a new one. I'm a 56-year-old man with a perfect driving record until now. I was just horrified that I was paying so much, and it's going to go up because I had the accident. That's fine. But I actually feel more right with the world in having paid for my car insurance after the ease of actually using it with GEICO. I literally opened the app, tapped file claim, tapped basically that it was 2 cars. There was no personal injuries. I just answered like 6 questions really quickly, very easily. It led me to options in terms of where to get my car repaired. This place is really convenient to get to from my house. So I chose this. And did I need a rental car? I said no, because I was only going to be home 2 or 3 days before the car was supposed to be fixed. So I'm like, I can live without a car for a couple of days. I don't want to go through the hassle of even returning a rental. But apparently I could have returned it at the collision place itself. So maybe I should have done it. But so the ease of using the GEICO app was, I mean, I didn't do anything. I just tapped a couple buttons, and then that's it. I came here, I paid my deductible. My deductible was $500, and for the work they did, take my money. Please take my money. And I put it on a credit card where I get travel points, so I can put that towards my trip to Vancouver. So, I mean, it's a win-win, right? My insurance is definitely going to go up, and that's going to hurt, but having the ease of using it was, I think, kind of worth it to a degree. So I'm fine with this. I am over the moon with Caliber. So I'm definitely going to be writing a review, but I want you guys to know, they're all over the country, apparently. I saw one in Charlotte, I think. So they're all over the place. There's like 12 locations here in Las Vegas. I am hot. I have not eaten. I haven't had any caffeine. I just missed my home group, but I did get a notification that there's something at the post office for me to pick up. And I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it was informative. And for those of you who know me very well, you know the turmoil I have been in until I have finally received my car. But I'm just it looks so good. I mean, it looks better than it did when I got it from the dealership. Really. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Fly safe. Bye. So I shipped out that thing. Very excited. I have to input the tracking number on the eBay app, but I purchased something before I had the accident. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought this thing. But I purchased something on eBay. Let me get the right key. And I am so excited because, well, you'll see in a minute. It's going to be part of an art wall, I think. What is this? I don't know. Let me show you what it is. My beard is crazy. 52. Oh, there it is. Very excited. More paper for Eleanor. And more, oh yeah, she's gonna love this paper. And inside, I love getting bubble wrap in packages, but this is kind of old and crummy, so I can't reuse this like I like to. But look what it keeps on rolling. You can probably guess what's inside here if you look at it. Look. Look. It's a Siamese cat. It doesn't look really like Claire, but it did remind me a little bit of Claire. But it's a vintage ceramic cat that hangs on the wall. So it looks like the cat is climbing a wall. Isn't that funny? Super vintage. I don't know who made it. I'm going to see if I can Google this and see if I can find out. But it's in perfect condition. No chips, no cracks, no repairs. And oh my God, isn't that amazing? So I love the foot. That's like a real cat foot there. I love this thing. So it's going to go on my wall up in my studio space. See, the ground is wet. It's been raining. We've had a terrific storm. And you can see the clouds. There's been a terrible, terrible windstorm yesterday. We're used to windstorms and dust storms. The dust storm, you could not see the mountains. I couldn't see the strip. It's pretty bad. When we arrived in Las Vegas yesterday, we flew in. It was very bumpy. The captain had us stay seated for a bit. But that Okay. The challenge, the dueling horns. The weather arriving in Las Vegas was bad, so the captain had to stay seated. That was just a foreshadow for what was to follow. This horrible, horrible storm passed through Las Vegas, knocking over trees, knocking over power lines all over the place. 30,000, something like 30,000 residents here are without power. I thankfully still have power. Very strange, because my neighborhood's on the older side, so if the power goes out, it's my neighborhood. But yeah, so far so good. But the storm was really bad. But I'm good. I'm good to go. Let's get this in the car, go get something to eat, hit Walmart, blah, blah, blah. This is what I have to get. The cats love them. I don't know why they cost $20, but the cats love them. The scratch pads, they adore, and then I just flip them over, and as they use the scratch pads, they sit inside the box, and they just love these things, so I have to get 2 of those. And while I'm here, I'll get some litter. This is the litter that I use. It's fragrance-free, special kitty, 14 pounds in a little jug. Ugh. It really forms really tight clumps, and it works really, really well, and it's affordable. And these are the treats. I gotta get one more box of these. That's not enough. All right, well, that worked out better than I thought it would. There were 3 people in the little office there when I walked in, one of which is the president of the HOA. The other 2 were talking about how they would like some participation from people in the complex. And I said, well, I've lived here 4 years. I've always thought of joining the HOA, but if you need someone to help, just let me know. You have my information. Oh, and they were like, yeah, that'd be great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking the whole time, and right back here, I'm thinking, if you can't beat them, join them. I got what I would consider a threatening note last year when I had a Christmas tree wreath that was up for too long, a week. And then I got a threatening letter because I was feeding pigeons, you know. And so I stopped. But my neighbor over here feeds them every day. She opens up her garage and she throws all the food on the garage floor, and the pigeons go in her garage and eat. And I'm like, I got in trouble, and she's... So let's join the HOA. That'll be fun.